Supanova 2021 at Melbourne Showgrounds. We're very fortunate to be able to attend an event such as this during uncertain times. However, I'm here with my very first time experiencing pop culture come to life, and its very finest with cosplays and all. Today, we decided to dig a little deeper and experience the event not only through the eyes of showgoers, but from the people behind the stores who are bringing this show to life with their amazing creations. After making our way around the venue and taking in some amazing cosplays, it wasn't long before we found ourselves at Emma Russell's Creations.
So let's talk about your art. So do you create all this artwork yourself?
Do all of it. Mostly is digital art prints. I have a couple of canvases and there's a couple of original stuff, but majority is fan art. Most of the time I feel like I have to draw something that I'm already watching or playing if it's game art, and so I usually develop a connection with the thing that I'm drawing, and then it will make me inspired to draw, like favourite characters or specific parts of shows or games.
And how long does it usually take for you to go from start to finish in one of these pieces?
Well, there was one piece that took me a year, but that was only because I was too lazy to finish it all at one go. So I would say from start to finish, it's between 4 to 12 hours for each piece. I really want to draw some Crash Bandicoot stuff. I've just bought the new Crash It's About Time on the Switch, and I recently got back into the Gungeon, which is another game, so I'm really pumping the game stuff, so maybe I could go to the Madman Festival. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Amazing artworks by Emma Russell. Maybe I'm a little biased, but being a huge Rick and Morty fan myself. And who knows, we might run into Emma at the Madman Festival coming up. Speaking of games, we just found the right guys to talk to.
Yeah, so we're just a small online company, so we sell all PlayStation 5 accessories at the moment. We're just sticking with PlayStation 5 stuff because demand is pretty high for it, and obviously people are struggling to get consoles, but you know, we've got all the accessories here ready to go for when people do get them. So we've got a lot of different charging docks, so we've got fast chargers, we've just got standard sort of different charging docks, the way that they mount on there as well. We can customise our controllers with our custom faceplates here, and we've got 7 different colours of those, which have been very, very popular. And you know, if you've got a couple of different controllers, you can change the colours and suit them how you want them. So we've got cooling docks as well for the PlayStation 5, which I know were very popular with the PlayStation 4, and they've been very popular with the 5 as well. So we've got, you know, trigger extenders and things like that. We've got USB hubs because they're definitely lacking ports on the PlayStation 5. We've got silicone grips for your controllers. We've got pretty much everything, and again, we've got a few other things like the faceplates for the consoles as well.
Thanks very much for your time, Liam. Make sure you check out these guys and get your accessories for your PS5.
That was OzPlay's. So if you're somehow lucky enough to have yourself a PS5 and you're looking to customize it, I would highly recommend checking these guys out. All the links will be in the description box below. Before moving on to more store holders, we have the Terminator here to check in on some cosplays.
I'm here with
Tori.
Nice to meet you, Tori.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So who have you come as today?
I've come as the original Supergirl.
Oh, really?
Yes,
excellent.
yes, from the 84 movie.
Oh, excellent. So is this your first Supernova?
No, this is probably like my 5th Supernova, maybe? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yep.
This is my first one.
Oh, wow, welcome. You're missing out. Missing out all
I know.
Oh, dear.
What inspired you to come in costume?
Well, pretty much because it's so much fun. It's so much fun getting dressed up and just acting like somebody else. So, you know, getting photos and just having fun with your friends and everything. So that's pretty much the inspiration, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Does it give you any sense of strength when you do it?
Oh, definitely. I think it builds a lot of confidence. So if somebody is ever lacking in a bit of confidence, I think cosplay is definitely something they should try out. Because when you put on a suit, you just sort of like, and invigorate you and make you feel a lot better about yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, yeah.
Excellent. So you can sort of lose yourself inside the character.
That's right, exactly right. You can hide behind wigs, makeup, prosthetics, whatever you like. So yeah, I think it's really cool, yeah.
I'm here with
Jace.
Jace, nice to meet you. Loving the costume. Is this your first Supanova, or have you been doing it?
This will be probably around 6.
6?
5 or 6, yeah.
What's inspired you to come in costume?
I think I went to my first Supanova in 2014. I immediately fell in love with everything about it. So the second I got the chance to get a cosplay of my favourite character in the world, I went for it and never looked back.
How do you find the crowds and everything when you come to these sort of events?
I used to be very bad with crowds, but once I'm in cosplay, I get a little more comfortable. It is really strange, but yeah.
The character sort of takes over.
It does, it really does.
Thanks, Tomato, and I'm sure he'll be back. As we made our way back to the show floor, we spotted someone who caught our eye.
I'm here with Wonder Mama.
The fabulous Wonder Mama. How are you?
Please, talk about your book.
Well, this is basically my mini illustrated autobiography. So it's a little story about Wonder Mama, where she comes from, what she does, what she gets up to, and I'm just here at Melbourne Supanova promoting it this weekend. I've been performing as Wonder Mama for quite a few years now, and it was just a little story to explain what Wonder Mama is all about, what she stands for, what she represents. It's an inclusive story, so just a bit of fun as well, yeah. Actually, I first appeared at Sydney Mardi Gras. Wonder Mama came to Mardi Gras, and that was the very first time in 2014. And from then, she's just blossomed, and she does community work, charity events in Sydney. I do story times and a walking tour in Sydney as well. So yeah, keeping busy.
What an interesting individual with an inspiring story. Next up, we come across Sonny, a cheerful man who has a strong sense of connecting past and present through his passion of armors.
Yeah, we love these armors and medieval things. This is what we do. They're all handmade, handcrafted, representing the past and connecting the past with the present. People love them because they show the real craftsmanship.
So what's your favorite piece of armor? Like what era of...
What era?
Yeah.
I would say 14th century, like a medieval period. That's my favorite period. And where the most of them were like Spartans and the Romans were there. So that's what we do. We have a warehouse in Melbourne, warehouse and a showroom in Campbellfield, Melbourne, vintageworld.com.au. That's what we are. You can come and visit our store. Thank you.
I can definitely understand what Sonny means. You get a sense of history just by being in the presence of these armors. Following Sonny, we speak to someone who creates worlds and stories with nothing more than just words.
Alright, I'm with Greg and he's got something interesting to tell me.
Yep, I'm here selling my first published novel, Final Flight of the Runagher. It's a sci-fi adventure story about a group of friends lost in space aboard an ancient starship, and they have to thwart the crazy captain and find a way home. And at the same time, I'm selling the first 3 books of a 6-part series. It's an Australian fantasy adventure story. It's called the Axom Saga. And the first book is The Starlight Lancer, set in my hometown of Wollongong, and it's about a dude with a lump of magic metal where his heart should be, allows him to manifest his soul into a weapon he uses to destroy flesh-eating monsters. So you can go to cscooper.com.au, go to the shop, and you can get all of these books signed by me.
That sounds amazing. Alright, make sure you check that out.
Amazing. C.S. Cooper really does have the way of bringing worlds to life with his imagination. To get our sci-fi itch scratched, we found our way to our next guest.
So we are Transformers Collectors Club Australia. We are a Facebook group. We're also a not-for-profit club. So as a not-for-profit club, we have members that pay an annual fee, and we also fundraise for Royal Children's Hospital. So 10% of everything that we earn goes to Royal Children's Hospital this year, which is great. But what we also do is we've had a couple of levels that we've been helping our members. And that is helping them get rare figures from overseas, because not everything comes to Australia. And we've also been helping people out through COVID by having like live chats on Wednesday nights, so people that have been in lockdown have had someone to chat to, so that's really important for us, for our members, for their mental states. As far as our collection goes here, we bring our private collection all the way from Shepparton and from where I live down the peninsula, and cabinets, and we'd love to just put a big display on for the dads to show their kids what they had, etc, etc. And this year we've got the world's biggest Transformer on display, not one but two. So for a lot of the guys that couldn't afford a Unicron, we decided to bring two of them. We've got people taking photos of them and a lot of jaws dropping, which is fantastic. So this is our Unicron over here. Unicron is the bringer of chaos. He is from the 1986 animated movie, which he's so bad that the Autobots and the Decepticons decide they have to team up to defeat this guy. So as you can see, we have him in each mode, in robot mode and in planet mode. And so basically he goes around and eats planets. So in order to save Cybertron, the good guys, the bad guys, they get together and they go, we're going to stop this guy. So
yeah, I also remember he did a cameo in Beast Wars as well, end of season 1.
Exactly. So he's been around a fair bit. So this guy's been made for the War for Cybertron series. This was done through a crowdfunding through HasLab, and it's the only Transformer they've ever done. They basically said, look, unless we get 10,000 backers, we're not going to make the thing. So, we had to put some money towards it, and then they decided to make it. We had 2 years to pay it off, and then when it finally came out, obviously here's the result. So, and we're stoked.
Yeah, it looks a fantastic model. So what's the process of you doing to hunt down these models?
These particular ones, they were available through, Ebb Games and things like that, so the Unicrons. So that made it a little bit easier for the Australian collector. But there's also Hasbro Pulse. So a lot of our figures we can go through Hasbro Pulse, which is their online sort of store. But again, there's not an Australian one, so we had to do it through like an American version and have freight forwarding. So look, there are difficulties being a collector in Australia. Some stuff just doesn't arrive in Australia. So that's one of the things that we do as a club, is making sure that it's easier for our collectors to get them. Yeah.
And one last question, what is your favourite Transformer?
My favourite Transformer is usually Grimlock, I would say. So Grimlock is just one of those characters that my 3-year-old loves dinosaurs. I love robots. This is both. And he's just... I've got to be careful what I call him, but he's just so primal, and he's just like, where else can you get a dinosaur that turns into a robot? Pretty much all the dinosaur robots are my favourites. My 3-year-old goes up to my glass cabinets at home, bangs on them, and points at all of the dinosaurs, so I can't go wrong.
Thanks for your time, Simon.
No worries at all.
Make sure you check out the Transformers Collectors Club.
No worries, thank you.
That was the Transformers Collectors Club. If you're anything into it as much as I was, then definitely check them out. It's been a long day, but before we wrap up, there's still plenty more to check out.
I'm with Emma at Trasher Mama Wigs. How's it going, Emma?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Let's talk about your wigs. What got you into doing this stuff?
A lot of drag stuff, and I'm a part of the LGBTQIA, so here is my rainbow palace, I guess.
So I can see there's a lot of different colours. Which one do you prefer?
I think I prefer crazy, obviously. I mean, look at me. But obviously with customers and stuff, everyone either wants something natural or they want something in between. Either they match it with a wig, they match it with their natural hair and stuff. So yeah, it all just depends on the customer.
And that was Trash Mama Wigs. Last but not least, we have a special treat for Pokemon lovers.
We basically saw someone doing it with real plants, and we thought, damn, that's a really good idea. So then we just incorporated it so we could come to conventions and do it from there. Started as a hobby doing it at markets and things. I started doing with 16 balls, and then it grew to me. I left my full-time job and just conventions full-time now.
Which one's your favourite out of all these, or your favourite Pokemon?
I was always a Dragonite person, so I've got a couple of Dragonite ones that I ordered in. I'm just like keeping these for myself at home, so yeah, Dragonite I would have to say.
Do you also collect Pokemon cards as well?
No, I did when I was a kid, but I think it was just a phase of trying to get a job. I wouldn't be working if I had the cards.
Yeah. Well, do you have a website where we can find you?
Definitely. So you can visit us at Jolli Creations at bigcartel.com, I think it is, or just Facebook, Instagram, Jolli Creations.
These products look amazing. Definitely one of the eye-catching out of the whole convention here. Alright, that's another event of Supanova. It's been a great year of 2021, and I'll see you guys next year.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a like to show some support, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos in the future. Before we end the video, we just want to say thank you to all the store holders who gave us their time in their busy day. And of course, thank you to all you guys who joined us on this adventure all the way through. If there was someone who you wanted to learn more about, we'll put all their links in the description box below. Until then, see you guys next time.